national debt just surged past 38 trillion. But you know who's going full steam ahead with the wrecking ball at the White House? You know what I'm talking about. He keeps changing the plan. Take a look.
Won't interfere with the current building. It'll be near it, but not touching it. Right behind us, we're building a ballroom. They've wanted a ballroom for 150 years. And I'm giving that honor to this wonderful place. Right on the other side, you have a lot of construction going on, which you might hear periodically. It's about $300 million. It's set to do many, many things, including meetings of foreign leaders. I think there'll be nothing like it. And it's being paid for 100% by me and some friends of mine, donors to it. The government's paying absolutely nothing.
Your response to people who say that you haven't been transparent enough about this?
I haven't been transparent?
That some of your critics feel it's
I've shown this to everybody that would listen. Third-rate reporters didn't see it because they didn't look. You're a third-rate reporter, always have been.
It's just, I hope there's a Stormy Daniels wing, at least.
So apparently Republicans are giving mixed reviews about this new construction. Take a look.
We're talking about building a ballroom when we're trying to get the economy squared away. Timing's bad.
This is not about bad timing on this. This is something that's happened in the last 125 years. Multiple presidents, even while there's a government shutdown, construction companies are still happening with private funds.
FDR added the swimming pool, I think. Barack Obama added a basketball court. President Trump's going to add the greatest improvement to the White House in the history of the building since it was originally constructed in 1800. The ballroom is going to be glorious.
Mike, I just want to point out that none of those things were done without permission. Everybody knew it was happening. This, nobody knew when it was happening. Nobody knows how it's happening. You say that it's being paid for by other people, but you know it's always going to come down to the people. The people are always going to end up paying something. So I don't understand why you don't get that people are saying, wait a minute, nobody asked, we didn't know. I don't remember asking for a ballroom.
Right. And also to say that Obama put in a basketball court is like saying, oh, should we do bath fitters and put in a bathroom, or should we knock the whole house down?
Right.
That's basically the difference.
Right. She's on fire today. She's on fire.
For me, you know, it's not so much that of course, it's upsetting that he's putting this gaudy, tacky, nasty ballroom in there with all the gold and everything. But I think what's really significant is the history of the East Wing, which he is now completely demolishing when he first said that he wasn't going to be touching it.
He wasn't going to touch it.
I wasn't going to touch it. The East Wing is where the First Lady resides. The East Wing has that incredible history. Betty Ford argued to increase pay for her staff in the East Wing. Eleanor Roosevelt was the First Lady to make that the office of the First Lady. Laura Bush launched her literacy efforts. Michelle Obama oversaw her Let's Move campaign. And Betty Ford in particular said this about the East Wing: if the West Wing is the mind of the nation, then the East Wing is the heart. Yeah. So now can you imagine that? Imagine if your husband, well, Melania's not really working there, but the bottom line is, imagine if your husband decided to tear down the part of your house that you hang out in. I mean, it says a lot about their relationship. Yeah. It says a lot about the role of the First Lady in his administration, and it says a lot about what he thinks, I think, about the First Lady.
Well, and reportedly, the First Lady's staff is now working from a different part of the White House, so I presume that's the Eisenhower building across West Executive. My general take is this: I don't really care about the ballroom per se. I care about two things. The American people are struggling. The economy is not rip-roaring the way that we were promised that it was going to. I think of all my relatives who voted for Trump, who really thought this guy is going to bring the country back. He's going to make my paycheck go further. And that's just not what we're seeing right now. Unemployment is too high. There's fewer jobs available than there are people seeking out work. You see major American manufacturers who had their worst quarter last year in years, which we were promised he was going to bring back American manufacturing. So this juxtaposition of he's building his grand ballroom while everyone is still hurting bothers me. Secondarily, I appreciate that it's allegedly not being paid for by taxpayer dollars. I don't like pay for play though. I don't want the biggest corporations in America feeling like they own a piece of the White House.
Right.
Like they can cut a fat check and then they feel entitled, committed to whatever it might be on policy that they want. It's